Okay, ready? So yesterday we have discussed about the structure of the viruses. In structure of the viruses we have discussed about the what is the composition of the viruses. Viruses majorly made up of two biomolecules, two components. One is the protein and another one the nucleic acids. So here protein is a covering of the virus. It is called capsid. And another one nucleic acids are genome. They act as a genetic material. So there are different shapes of viruses. For example, plant virus, typical example is tobacco mosaic virus, and the bacteriophage, best example is T4, T event phase we have discussed. Today we will discuss about the multiplication of the viruses. So how viruses are multiplied? Generally, in living organisms, they are made up of cells, either they may be prokaryotic or eukaryotic. In prokaryotic, for the multiplication of the prokaryotic, they use the process of binary fission. Binary fission is the main process for the multiplication of the prokaryotes. For example, bacteria. Take any bacteria, it will divide into two daughter cells by simple binary fission. So this is the reproduction and growth. But in eukaryotes, they can multiply. In unicellular organisms, even though they are eukaryotes, they are also use the division, cell division process. But if you come to the most developed advanced organisms like plants, they use sexual reproduction. They use sexual reproduction to produce new offspring. But what about the viruses? They are not living organisms. Already we discussed it. They are not living organisms. They are just organisms. So how can multiply? There are two things very important. Viruses don't have any enzymes inside them. Viruses don't have any cell organelles and enzymes. So they don't have any machinery. Inside the viruses. They have only two components. One is the protein capsid and another is the nucleic acid. So the now question is how they multiply. For example, they have to replicate for genetic material. For example, they have DNA. For example, this is the DNA in viruses. It must be replicated into two components, two copies. Then only it will be distributed into two daughter viruses. But there is no replication point, there is no organelle, there is no engine. Then how they can replicate? This is a very important question. How they replicate? They don't have any machinery for the division of the cell. Even for there is no replication machinery for the replication of the genetic material, and they don't have protein synthesis for the production of the new capsids. So how they multiply? Viruses have to infect host cells. Host cells means any cell depend on the type of the viruses. For example, take bacteriophages, they infect the bacteria. Take plant viruses, for example, tobacco mosaic viruses, they will infect tobacco plant. Like that, these viruses depend on their nature. These viruses infect the host cells for their multiplication. So, for the multiplication of viruses, they need host cell. Without a host cell, they can't multiply by themselves. So, viruses can't multiply by themselves. Viruses need for the multiplication, they have to depend on host cells. Any living organism cells. Either they may be prokaryotes or eukaryotes. Prokaryotes means bacteria. Eukaryote means any eukaryotic organism or cell. So by themselves they can't multiply, so they have to depend on host cells, other organism cells. for their multiplication. So they use the metabolic machinery. They use the metabolic machinery of the host cells for the multiplication of the viruses. For the multiplication of the viruses, they infect the host cells and use their metabolic machinery to multiply. Metabolic machinery means for the replication of the new genetic material nucleic acid and for the protein synthesis like production of the new capsids. So for the new virus production, definitely they need new capsids and new genetic material. So they need both protein synthesis and replication. So but they don't have metabolic machinery for the production of the new capsids and genetic material. So they have to depend on host cells. They infect the host cells and use their metabolic machinery such as protein synthesis and replication and produce a new virions, new viruses. So this is a major step in the viruses. So in different animal viruses, plant viruses and bacteria. In different viruses, there are different ways of production of the new viruses. But majorly, there are some common steps. There are common steps in all viruses. There are common steps in all the viruses. So even though there are differences in multiplication of the different viruses such as bacteriophages, plant viruses and animal viruses, but there are common steps. So here we are taking as a bacteriophage multiplication. For the study of the multiplication of the viruses, we have taken one example, that is the multiplication of the bacteriophages. Let us see how bacteriophage multiply. Multiplication of the bacteriophage. We know that bacteriophages are the viruses which attack bacteria. These are bacteriophages. So their multiplication, they have to infect which cells? Eukaryotes or prokaryotes? Prokaryotes bacteria. These bacteriophages, for their multiplication, they will infect the host cells such as bacteria. They infect host cells such as bacteria. So here the typical example, the bacteria phase multiplication which here we have studied is T4 phase multiplication. T4, T even phase, bacteria phase T4 multiplication we have studied. If you look into the multiplication of the T4 bacteria phase, there are two types. This multiplication is two types. One is the lytic cycle. One is the lytic cycle. This second one is the lysogenic cycle. Lysogenic cycle. There are two methods, two multiplication cycles the bacteriophage T4 uses for their multiplication. One is the lytic cycle and another is the lysogenic cycle. So let us see what is the main difference between the lytic cycle. In lytic cycle, during the lytic cycle, the bacteria cell will be destroyed, or destroyed. So this is the lytic cycle. During the lytic cycle, for the multiplication of the bacteriophage, the bacteria cell, in the final step of the multiplication, bacteria cell will be lysed or destroyed. It will be burst. But in lysogenic, what will happen? The bacteriophage DNA, bacteriophage DNA will integrate with the host DNA cell DNA means bacterial DNA. Integrate with host cell DNA or genome. Host cell DNA. So instead of what will happen here, new viruses, new bacteriophages will be produced for the release of these new bacteriophages. What will happen? The bacterial cell will be washed and then new virions will be, new bacteriophages will be released. But here in lysogenic cell, instead of producing the new bacteriophages, what will happen? The bacteriophage DNA once enter inside the bacteria, it will be instead of replicating, it will be directly instead of replicating, it will be integrated with the host cell DNA. That means bacterial DNA. The bacteriophage DNA integrated with the host cell DNA. That means bacterial DNA. After integrating with the bacterial DNA, along with the replication of the bacterial DNA, the bacteriophage DNA fragment also replicates. The bacteriophage DNA also replicates. So here there is no production of the new bacteriophages. There is no production of the new bacteriophages. But here in Leydig cell, new bacteriophages will be produced. For the release of those new bacteriophages, it will lyse the bacteria cell. So what are the different steps in a Leydig cycle? Let us see. In Leydig cycle, there are 5 steps. Majorly there are 5 steps of it. One is the attachment. Next one is the penetration. The third one is the biosynthesis. Fourth one is the maturation, and fifth one is the release. So during Leydig cycle, what will happen? Once the bacteriophage T4, for example, when it encounter E. coli, generally it multiply in E. coli cell. E. coli. So when T4 phase encounter E. coli cell, it will land on the surface of the E. coli. It will land on the surface of the E. coli. So after landing on the surface of the E. coli, with the help of tail fibers, it will attach to the surface of the bacteria. It will attach, the bacteriophage will attach to the surface of the E. coli with the help of tail fibers. These tail fibers recognize some specific proteins in the bacterial cell wall. So this is called attachment. Here what will happen? Bacteria will attach to the surface of the E. coli cell with the help of tail fibers. So next step is the penetration. So after attaching with the bacteria, the bacteriophage will release its genetic material. That means DNA. In case of bacteriophage T4 is DNA. After attaching this bacteria on the surface of the E. coli cell, what will happen? This tail sheath. This tail sheath will be contract or constricted. So what will happen after attaching? Here what will happen? Here, look at here. Here tail is very long and straight. But what will happen here? It will be contracted. The tail, majorly the tail sheath will be contracted. This tail sheath will be contracted. As the tail sheath is contracted, what will happen? The core of the head will be attached to the plasma membrane. The core of the head will be attached to the plasma membrane. I will maximize the process here. Look at here. What will happen? This is the tail. This is the main tail shape. These are the fibers. After infecting, after attaching, what will happen? Let's see. This tail sheath will be contracted. This is the core. This core will be attached. This core will be attached to the, this is the core part. This core will be attached to the bacterial surface. Okay, this is the core will be attached. After what will happen? It will be injected. This core part will be penetrated into the bacterial cell. This core part will be penetrated into the bacterial cell and releases its DNA and releases its DNA. Let us see what will during penetration what will happen. During penetration what will happen? The bacteriophage which is attached on the surface of the bacteria, the tail sheath will be contracted. The tail sheath will be contracted. As it is contracting, what will happen? The core part will be touches the surface of the bacteria. The core part will be touches on the surface of the bacteria. Then this core part will be penetrate through the plasma membrane. This core part will be penetrate through the plasma membrane into the inside of the bacteria. After penetration, this is called, that's why it is called penetration. Why it is called penetration? Here the core part is penetrating through the plasma membrane of the bacteria inside the bacterial cell. That's why it is called penetration. After penetration, what will happen? This bacteriophage DNA, genetic material will be released into the E. coli cell or bacterial cell. It will be released into the E. coli cell. So this is about the penetration. Next step is biopsy. After releasing its genetic material into the E. coli cell, what will happen? It will be the bacteriophage will be empty without genetic material. This is called ghost. Ghost. The bacteriophage capsule without genetic material which is attached to the surface of the bacteria is called ghost. Why it is called ghost? It don't have genetic material. It is a ghost. It is nothing. So it's called ghost. So what is ghost? The capsid part of the bacteriophage which is attached on the surface of the bacteria is called ghost. So after releasing the DNA, what will happen? Using the metabolic machinery of the E. coli cell, it will start replicating its DNA, genetic material. One genetic material is bacteriophage genetic material is there. It will be replied into multiple copies. In the same way, the capsid also produces. The capsid using this information of this genetic material of the bacteria, it will produce new capsids, and new tails and new tail fibers. All capsid materials are produced and all genetic materials are multiplied, replicated into many copies, and capsid also replicated into many capsids through the process of protein synthesis. Simply we can say that multiple number of genetic material fragments are produced, multiple number of capsids also produced. So this is about the biosynthesis. What is the biosynthesis? Replication of bacteriophage DNA and production of the capsids. This is called biosynthesis. Next, what will happen? Maturation. After the production of the individual capsids and genetic DNA fragments, what will happen? They are assembled together as a new bacteriophage. These are randomly distributed in the E. coli cell. They are assembled together and produce and develop into a new bacteriophages. We can say the daughter bacteriophages. There are, you can see here, there are 4 phases. They are matured by the assembly of this capsid components with the DNA replication. So what will happen? Now, inside of the bacteria cell, the bacteriophages are produced. They have to release outside. What will happen? They will burst the bacterial envelope, bacterial covering. It's called cell wall and plasma membrane. Cell wall. So the cell wall is majorly the cell wall. This cell wall will be lysed with the help of which agent? Lysozyme. With the help of lysozyme, it will the bacteriophages results into the lysis of the bacterial cell. After the lysis of the bacterial cell, the new bacteriophages produced will be released outside. The new bacteriophages produced inside the bacterial cell will be released outside. Once they encounter the new bacteria, again they infect the new bacteria. The released bacteriophages, if they encounter new bacteria cell, again they infect the bacteria cells. This process, this cycle will be continuously going on, and the bacteriophages keep on replicating, keep on multiplying. So the number of bacteriophages produced after the lysis of bacterial cell, this number of the bacteriophages produced after lysis of the bacterial cell is called burst size. Burst size means the number of new bacteriophages released of the lysis of the bacterial cell. The burst size number may be from 50 to 200. 50 to 200 bacteriophages. 50 to 200 bacteriophages. So this is about the lytic cycle of the viruses. So multiplication of the viruses. Multiplication of the viruses, we have seen here. We are studying the two typical life cycles of the bacteriophage. Bacteriophage T4. Bacteriophage T4 has two multiplication cycles. One is the lytic and another is the lysogenic. In lytic cycle, what will happen? Bacteria, the infected bacterial cell will be destroyed and washed. But in lysogenic, what will happen? The bacteriophage DNA integrated to the host cell DNA, and it won't produce new bacteriophages, and the bacterial cell won't be lysed. That's why it's called lysogenic. This is a lytic. Lytic means it is a lysis. So in lytic cycle, let us see first lytic cycle. In lytic cycle, there are 5 steps are there. One is attachment. In attachment step, what will happen? After encountering the bacteriophage, the new bacteria, it will attach to the surface of the bacteria with the help of the tail feather. Then penetration. After attaching the bacteriophage, the bacterial core will be penetrated inside the bacteria. With the how it will be penetrated? By contracting the tail sheath. So tail sheath will be contracted. The tail sheath will be contracted. Then the core will be penetrated inside the bacterial cell and releases and injects or releases the bacteriophage DNA. After release of the bacteriophage DNA, what will happen? It will be replicated. It will be replicated into many copies. The bacteriophage DNA will be replicated into many copies. Along replication of the genetic material, it also produces new capsids in the form of heads, tails, and tail fibers. This newly produced genetic material fragments, DNA fragments, and capsids assembled together and produces the new bacteriophages. This new bacteriophages production is called maturation. Assembly of the different components of the bacteriophages is called maturation. After maturation, they will be washed the cell wall of the bacteria and they release outside. The number of bacteriophages produced after the bursting of the bacteria is called burst size. It may be 50 to 200. So once in each lytic cycle, how many bacteriophages are produced? From 50 to 200. So this is about the lytic cycle. Stop it.